One thing though that I want to talk to you about is sexism because women tend to, especially on TikTok,
Yeah.
tend to blow up a lot quicker. There are girls that will literally like do a provocative dance or like
Yeah.
wear little clothing or whatever, and boom, millions of followers. Welcome to the Common Podcast, where we speak upon common sense and realize it isn't as common as we actually think it is. Guys, before we get into today's video, you already know the fee. The fee is to make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell so you don't miss any uploads. Also, we do have some merch. If y'all have not, message us letting us know that you do want some merch because we're working on a website, but we're a little indifferent on whether we're going to launch it yet or not. So we do need your feedback. If you do want it, we will launch it. If not, we will be doing some personal orders. That's all. But anyways, today we have a very special guest, our second female on the show. And she has recently found some growth. And I guess you can call her like a TikTok sensation because she's kind of blowing up on TikTok. And I really found her pretty interesting because of where she stands, but I also do have some questions for her that are going to be, because I need help, right? But without further ado, we got Veronica. What's your last name?
Ortega.
Veronica Ortega. I should have knew.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, so Veronica, as of right now, how many followers do you have?
I recently reached 67,000.
67,000.
Yeah.
I already knew that. I just wanted you to say that.
Oh,
I just wanted to see if you knew because I
Yeah.
checked right before getting on the show. That's a lot of people.
that is. I never would have thought I would reach that.
Yeah, and we're talking about this show about, public speaking and all that. But 67, what is your goal?
I don't know. I guess 100.
100,000?
Yeah. Let's see how much I can get to.
For sure. Let's get this one a little closer.
Okay.
So starting TikTok, what really got you into going into making that content on that platform?
I guess it was when the whole quarantine started, because like obviously, you were restricted on going places.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm an introvert. I really am. Like,
Really?
I love being home, but at the same time, like I'm social when I want to be.
Yeah, because my first impression of you is like you're a very outgoing person. You're very extroverted because on your TikToks, you seem very, very outgoing, like very ecstatic, always like super high energy. That's how you come across. But you're saying to me, and we spoke a little bit about it before going live here, how you're introverted and how you kind of struggle with public speaking. So I found it pretty odd that someone who has trouble with public speaking has found such success in putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
Because I found a constant variable in how people really blow up, and that's really being vulnerable, like really putting yourself out there. And even if they're scared behind the camera, but when they go on the camera, it seems like they're fearless. It seems like they're not scared of what everybody thinks about them. That might not be the truth,
Yeah.
right? But like you'll see YouTubers, you'll see people that even some people hate, like, like the whole Jake Paul thing and all that. People hate them, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like they're popular for a reason. And that's because they're not afraid to put themselves out there. So how do you overcome that? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of introverted people that are like, oh, I would love to be TikTok famous, but I can't
Yeah.
really speak.
Well, honestly, like I started TikTok as like a little distraction, honestly, because like I guess I would see like my little sister do TikToks all the time, and I'm like, oh my God, like I was against TikTok at first.
Oh,
Like,
really?
This app is dumb, like, but like I would see her like doing dances and stuff, and I would like make fun of her until like she got me to start doing it.
Mm,
So once I started like doing like little TikToks with her, I'm like, nah, this is actually kind of fun, right?
pretty fun.
But I still was like not even thinking of.
Like that you're gonna blow up.
Well, no, not just that. Like I never even like considered even uploading at
Oh,
all, like on
gotcha.
my own profile. Like I was just gonna go through like videos and stuff. But I guess like the more I started doing dances with her, and having fun. I started doing my own, and it takes a lot because, like how I said, like I'm very shy when it comes to being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So, I guess like where was I going with this? What was the question again?
Yeah, how you found success despite being an introvert.
Um,
Was it hard like in the beginning, like, or you're kind of already saying it that it was difficult for you in the beginning, but what was really that push for you? Like, well, the heck with it. Was it something like, people aren't gonna see it anyways, or
I guess so. I guess
yeah,
so. It wasn't until like the very first video that like blew up what got me like, oh wow, like this actually does happen. Like, people all around the world like just view your videos and like and
yeah?
share and all this other stuff, and it's like, oh okay, stuff is real.
Is it getting easier for you though?
Yes. Yes, but like when it comes to uploading my videos, like I kid you not, I do like at least 30 takes of each video before I upload.
Got you. I
Yeah.
think that's everybody. They just don't like to admit it.
Yeah.
People try to make it as they try to make it seem like, oh, this is like a first take,
Yeah.
or they try to make it seem like it was like authentic or very like, oh, it's not that it's not authentic, but like that I'm good at this, when in reality it's a struggle. Making content's a struggle. I've been doing it for probably 5 to 6 years, and I have not been able to find my groove. My hopes are that this podcast is gonna be the one.
Hey, and it will eventually.
I'm glad that you're manifesting that, because there's been a lot of people around me recently that like they're doing it for me, because that's something that I've had a struggle with.
Yeah.
And all the other content that I've tried to take, I've done vlogging, all this other stuff. But something that I've always struggled with is manifesting my own destiny, where I find maybe a little success. I gain a couple hundred subscribers, and then I'm like I get demotivated for some weird reason. But I'm very dedicated to this podcast, and I really hope that this is it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my way through TikTok, so I'm trying to figure out some of the secrets that you have for me. One thing though that I want to talk to you about is sexism, because that is something like, well, for me is like a struggle, and I guess for a lot of males are that women tend to, especially on TikTok,
Yeah.
tend to blow up a lot quicker. I know your content doesn't really do that. You have more of like Hispanic joking content,
Yeah.
right? But there are girls,
Don't react challenges.
yeah, react challenges, which are relatively easy to do. But everybody loves them.
Yeah.
Everybody loves them. So that's a good, you found your groove, you found your little thing. I'm trying to promote the podcast on there, but there are girls that will literally like do a provocative dance or like
Yeah.
wear little clothing or whatever, and boom, millions of followers.
It's crazy how that works. Because,
Yeah.
like, me, like, of course, I'm not into any of that stuff. Like, I'm real shy. I don't like to
Conservative.
show off anything. So, like, when it comes to those girls and, like, doing their little twerking dances and stuff, and it's like they blow up, they get like over 1 million likes, and it's like, for the girls who are actually like, just doing it for fun, don't get any likes or any views, and it's crazy.
Yeah. But it kind of, all right, like even it sucks for you, right? That like, okay, like I'm over here grinding and whatnot. Now think of it of a male perspective. Because imagine if a male try to do that, try to show a little bit of like,
But there are males that
they do that?
dance like that. Yeah.
oh, yeah, they're
Oh,
shirtless, right? Right.
Yeah.
There are shirtless guys
Yeah.
that do that. But girls aren't really into it as much as guys are, right? Like girls aren't really attracted. I would say a lot of girls think like, oh, that guy's a douchebag, or like that. That's not really, he's full of himself, whatever.
Yeah.
But guys attack it. Like guys will like, they see it, a little bit of exposure in the females, and they're like, they
Crazy.
run to it. And then they share it to the chat or whatever they
Yeah.
have, and then boom, it just blows up everywhere. So typically I find that women have it, quote unquote, a little bit easier than males do, which is very unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. And I mean,
Yeah.
the only ones to blame for are the guys anyways, because they're the ones viewing it.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
Yeah. But I really hope that I figure out some way, shape, or form to like slide in there
And
with.
you will. Because, I mean, you're not shy when it comes to vlogging and all that
No,
stuff, right?
definitely not.
So,
No.
I mean, the more you figure out content and stuff, and the more you upload and you promote your stuff, or even have people promoting for you, like
Yeah.
have them share your videos, and hey, like get a like like when you told me about your Spotify, like I never would have thought you would have had a Spotify
Really?
podcast, and I was like, what? Like that's pretty cool.
That's legit, right?
Yeah. How did you do that?
Okay, so anybody can do it, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, anybody can do it, and it doesn't
Cool.
necessarily have to be a Spotify like audio thing. Like it can be, you can upload any video, but it has to be MP3
Okay.
file. But you can upload basically any audio file on Spotify. It's a little process, but basically you have to go through a third party website, which I use Libsyn. Guys, that website, by the way, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. It's a great website. It does add up though in price. It is pretty
I can
pricey.
imagine.
Yeah. So just to get the the podcast on Spotify is $40 minimum.
Okay.
At the frequency that I do it. There are some lower packages, but it's like basically you get one podcast a month, which is, come on. If you want to do podcasting, that's not going to be enough. So yeah, $40 a month. Given the editing stuff, that's another price. So lifting this podcast it is costly, but it's one of my passions and I love to do it. But to get on Spotify, it's not anything like you don't need some type of credentials or anything like that. It's just you just need to be willing to dish out some money every month, and that's
It takes
all.
a lot of courage, and you have
Yeah,
it.
thanks.
So
I
just believe in yourself, and
Yeah.
you won't. When you least expect it is when you're gonna.
I hope so. I'm hoping
that's
for
how I had it.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the video that blew up?
So like how I said I don't like to do my own content because one, like when it comes to being in front of a camera, I'm not creative at all. Like I get people telling me like, oh, you should do a TikTok like this and you should do a TikTok like that, and it's like, yeah, I'll do it. But then like when it comes to like, okay, thinking of the actual idea, like I mean, I'm not one of those people that like are like like that or anything. So when it comes to creating my own content, I'm not there yet. But I guess the video that blew up for me was because of course you're scrolling through the For You page and you see like all these videos and you're like, oh, that's cool, like I want to do that, right? So there was this video that I saw like of a girl, like how on TikTok you have green screens, like you can put a picture in the
I
background.
don't know how that
and stuff.
works, but I've seen it.
I'll teach you.
Okay.
It's
yes,
not that hard.
please.
Yeah. So there was a girl, she was pretending that she was in a meat market. And you know how like when you go to like a what do they call it? Like a mercado or whatever? Like the Mexican meat markets and stuff.
Like a Lopez or something?
Yeah, like something like that, or a Global or things
Global,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, so usually like when girls get there and like you pass by the carniceros, they're always staring. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, got you.
There's guys out there that like to stare. So she was walking through the aisles or whatever, and she sees like, she turns to look and she sees like the carniceros just there, like checking them out and stuff, and she's like, oh, okay, like so
you green screened it?
Yeah, I green screened it. Like I found a picture on Google, like whatever picture you find, like, and you download it, that's what you add to your background, right?
Okay.
So I don't know if you've heard the song, I don't know who it's from, but it's Que Veo. Like,
No.
¿Por qué me miras así?
No.
Oh, okay.
My discography in music, Mexican music,
See,
isn't
that's
that.
the thing. Like, I have a passion for music.
I do too, just not Hispanic music.
What?
Yeah. he always lets me have. He's like, you know this artist? And like, no.
Oh my god. Roger. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a song called I think that's a song, Que Veo. So in the song it says ¿Por qué me miras así, right?
Okay.
And it's a
Funny.
it's a famous song in the Mexican culture or whatever. So anyways, I created my own video, right, of that, and like the carnicero looking at me or whatever, and I uploaded it thinking like, it's probably gonna get like 100 likes or something, like.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for 100 like video. I got like, I'm in the like 18s, the 30s at most.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, like, I guess, like how I said, like it comes to you out of the blue. So like when I uploaded that video and I got 50 likes, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. So of course you go to bed, you put your phone away or whatever, and then you wake up and it's like 300 likes, and you're just like, wow, like 300. So I guess like as days were going by, like the video was just blowing up, and
Wow.
by the time I knew it, I was already like oh, once I hit like 10,000, I was like,
Likes
whoa.
or views?
Yeah, likes.
Oh my
I don't know about views. I
goodness.
didn't check the views, but when it was like 10,000 likes, I'm like, oh my god, this is unreal.
I gas myself up and I'm like, I look at the views, not the likes. You know? Like, well, I mean, 500 people saw it. You know,
Yeah,
they didn't all
yeah.
like it, but they saw
But
it.
see, I guess like another thing about TikTok too is that you have to pay attention to what's
Trending?
trending.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what shows up on the For You page more.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Sounds, subjects, hashtags, things like that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm formulating like a strategy to try to approach it a little bit. We're talking
mhm,
about it today. So hopefully, um so you talked a little bit about culture and obviously you picked up the Hispanic cultural side.
mhm.
Um do you plan on venturing off of that, or like that's because that's your niche? Honestly, that's like you're doing it well,
Yeah.
and people that know you for that are gonna continue coming to your. But do you plan on doing something else, or
Well, I don't know, cause like most of my content on my TikTok is obviously like music, like me singing along to
yeah,
all these different songs or whatever. And sometimes it's not just Hispanic music, it's country,
yeah, yeah,
it's our generation. What year were you born?
96.
Okay, so
I'm still
yeah,
yeah,
we're still in the same. Okay, cool. So like obviously like we grew up with the best music.
yeah.
So
I think every generation is gonna say that though.
yeah, yeah, I guess. But I don't know, like I guess when it comes to the Hispanic, I mean, I'm more comfortable with that
Got you.
than anything.
Yeah,
So,
and then so also you mentioned about age. So TikTok, I spoke to you about this a little bit before the podcast. TikTok is typically a younger
yeah.
audience app,
Hmm.
but you found your way as what are we?
We're
We're
millennials. Yeah.
millennials. As a millennial, usually typically Gen Zs they always try to like they always pick on the millennials on this app, which is super
Yes. And
annoying
they
on
try to take over and it's
yeah,
like,
whatever. Like, get
okay,
out of here. No, really,
whatever.
it's an actual thing on TikTok. Don't look at
Yeah.
us that way.
Hmm.
They'll literally be like hashtags like
Yeah.
F the millennials or whatever. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Here's
And
our
then they
app.
try to like cancel out stuff that we grew up with. And it's
Yeah.
like, get out of
You
here.
saw you saw the Eminem where they try to cancel
Yeah.
Eminem? That's so
Yeah.
dumb.
Some of the stuff that Gen Z comes out with, it's like, come on,
Yeah.
what are you thinking about?
I think a lot of it's cringy. Personally, I think it's cringy,
Yes.
but
That's
whatever.
why at first I was against TikTok because
Gotcha.
like obviously like TikTok came around in this generation, right? So I mean it wasn't around when we grew up. So obviously like I didn't even think of like mixing in with that because
Yeah.
I hated it and I thought it was like everybody tries to show off and things like that.
Yeah.
And but then like I don't know, I guess I got my groove into it and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun.
Well, you found it. You found like
Hmm.
how to fit in the in that I guess the new gen
Yeah,
app, I guess.
yeah. So I guess millennials find their own way to fit in
Got
to
you.
TikTok.
Yeah, we try. Well, I'm trying.
Yeah, you got this. Believe in yourself.
Yeah. What about hashtags? What hashtags do you use?
You know how like when you upload on TikTok, like before you actually upload the video, like and you put a hashtag, it shows like the ones that are trending.
Okay.
So usually I don't know. I honestly don't believe in that, like,
Okay.
because I put the hashtags that are like trending
Mm-hmm.
and still like there's certain videos that don't even get like views like
Gotcha.
how
Gotcha.
other videos get. But I don't know. I guess I honestly just put the hashtags describing on the video that I upload, like Mexican TikTok or
Gotcha.
music or whoever the artist is in the music, because like
Gotcha.
that kind of populates too. And
Yeah, I got you. I've been trying to take a less humility stance on it because I was like, because originally I don't know if you know what hashtags were made for. They were made for like, let's say someone was talking about politics, right? You would upload whatever you had to say, hashtag politics. That way, if
Right.
somebody was going through that hashtag, they would see what the majority of people had to do. So that's what I do. So like when I upload something, I'm like hashtag the Common Podcast. So if anybody wants to see, it was like no one's looking at the Common Podcast. So I'm like, all right, I need to like start hopping on this kind of like trendy thing. So I started doing the same thing and like, okay, hashtag whatever popped up, like click the first one, and then
Do you hashtag FYP or for you page
sometimes
or things like that? Okay, because apparently like when you do that, it will show up on like the for you page, obviously, and you know that's how people like view as they're scrolling through their TikTok and
Got
stuff.
you.
So yeah.
Yeah. Do you make any money off of TikTok?
Now I do.
Dang.
Now I do.
You don't have to say the exact amount, but do you make a
It's honestly I mean, I guess because like my profile is like not really out there yet as others are, but like the most I consider it like, well, I mean, I wouldn't consider it like tips that like if you were a waitress or a waiter, but like there's days where like I make $3 or $3, and then there's days where I make $10, and there's days I think the most I've made a day was like $30.
Okay.
Yeah. So of course like every day it adds up.
And is that like direct deposit? How does that work? They send you a check?
They have it. Okay, because like when on TikTok, when you reach 10,000 followers, that's when you're eligible for a TikTok creator. Sorry.
10,000?
Well, that's what like, you know,
Weird flex,
I
but...
saw, right? Sorry. I don't mean to like, you know, put it out there, but
you know,
yeah, well, once you reach 10,000 followers, you're eligible for a TikTok creator. And I didn't believe it at first because like I guess the TikTok creator is when you actually start making money, like as far as views, likes, shares, whatever, followers.
And it walks you through it, or what? Or like
it like kind of just describes it.
Okay.
And then I guess once you get approved to be a TikTok creator, that's when you start making money. So like it's in a little TikTok balance.
Gotcha.
And like you
cash it out.
Yeah, you cash it out.
Oh.
You can either put in your bank information, and it does like, obviously since it's income, you do get a W-2 out of it.
Oh, cool. That'd be cool. Sending a W-2.
So it's pretty cool. Like I said, like I didn't believe it at first, but yeah, I guess like once I started like actually seeing money, I was like, oh wow. Yeah. So
quit my job.
no,
Not
that, but it's not that high. Like what I'm at right now is like $300. But I mean, I started since like, well,
and it's doing what you like to do. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't uploaded in a while. I don't know if
really?
you noticed that. Yeah.
No, I have not.
I haven't.
I still, I don't know how it works too, because you still come up on my For You page as if you just uploaded. I don't know if you, yeah. You still show up, but since you're my friend, I guess you come up on my For You page a little more often because you're my friend. But so I was like, man, she's uploading a lot, right? And then I click on your profile and there were old videos.
Yeah.
So I don't know how TikTok does that, but I'm getting some of your old videos as if they were just uploaded.
Well, are you on the For You page or are you on the Follow Me page?
No, I'm on the For You.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I never heard you go to the Following.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
I usually stay on the For You page, but I have friends that, you know, still say like, oh, you popped up on my For You page, but I haven't uploaded, so.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, TikTok's rooting for you. Right?
Yeah.
Do you do anything else other than TikTok? YouTube?
No.
No?
No.
Not even your Instagram?
No.
No?
No.
Do you plan on doing that? Or
I don't know. Because as far as like social media, I only have TikTok. I deleted like my other social media like Facebook and all that sort of stuff. Just taking a social media break. Yeah.
Is that good?
It's to like kind of just like focus on me, because like I kind of like just recently went through a rough patch.
Okay.
And I guess like, you know, social media is like a big distraction.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I felt like
I've had moments in my life where I wanted to disconnect from social media, but I found that, well, for me, social media has never been a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Like I've never found myself too addicted to it. I'm more addicted to working out, video games, you know, different stuff like this, making content. But so my goal this year is to get on social media more.
Right.
I know some people it's a disconnect from it, but for me it's like I need to get on it more. I need to figure this stuff out more. But
Well, especially because you know you have your podcast, so of
yeah,
course the more you upload on social media, the more you'll get out there, and the more
for sure.
subscribers you'll get, and all that.
But I've heard disconnecting from social medias is very healthy. Is it helping you out or
Yes,
yeah?
yeah, it's helped me out a lot.
That's good.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like eventually, like that's why I haven't uploaded on TikTok either, because um I don't know, I haven't been like mentally good to be on in front of camera,
For
like
sure.
because you know how like people will put on a fake smile just for their viewers and stuff. Well, me, like I'm one that I can't hide my emotions, so
Got you.
like if I'm sad, like you'll see it in my face.
Got you.
So
Well, your mental health is far more important
I
than
agree.
what
Yeah.
TikTok has to offer.
Yeah.
And, you know, by far. Um, so yeah, it's good that you're taking a little break. That way you can be more authentic and you can be in
Mm-hmm.
the right state of mind. That's good. That's healthy. But I hope that you are able to bounce back
I'm sure I will.
quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As far as TikTok, I'm pretty sure like because I honestly miss it. I miss, doing don't react challenges. I miss like, laughing or doing like, because obviously like I not only do I do music, but I do like little skits from movies and stuff, and it's kind of fun to like reenact it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think TikTok I'll be back.
Good. Well, I'm
I'll
happy
be
because I
back.
enjoy your content and I hope to see you back on that scene because
Yeah.
I personally, and I know I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite here, but
Yeah.
I like the dancing TikToks.
Really?
Like not just girls or anything like that, but like I love to see people dance. It's always been my thing. So I stream also. So like I have like a little Twitch account where, I stream and I game and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
typically what I do before I actually start like playing is I watch dancing videos. I wish I could
But like,
dance.
what kind of dancing videos? Like,
I like more of like the choreography. I don't even know the YouTube channel name, but it's basically this guy has like a studio and he how do you say it? Choreography. He choreographies. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but basically he sets up like dance routines,
oh, okay.
and then like he's also a dance teacher, so he'll have all his students like doing it in like awesome music videos. But even on TikTok, even the silly dances, I love to see like the trending like
Yeah.
the soldier one that's up right now, like
Which one's so
the one where they're like, right? It's like, well, I mean, you just recently copped off TikTok, so you probably don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But like all like the renegade, that was cool. Like I love to see,
Oh, yeah.
I love to see people because I think dancing's like it's an art form, right?
That's honestly my first video, the renegade one.
Really?
Yeah, the
Really. So I love to see people dance because it's an art form and it's a medium for
Yeah.
people to like really express themselves.
Yes.
So I wish personally I could dance. I'm a little bit too blocky for it.
I was just gonna ask you, are you a dancer?
No.
No?
I used to be a great dancer with Mexican music, which is
Right.
yeah, it's cool. Well, growing up. I mean, there's quinceañeras,
Course,
Mexican
yes.
parties. So, and I was a great dancer. No cap, no cap. I was a great dancer.
Yeah.
Probably not anymore though. But as far as like, so to answer your question, dancing videos I watch are like break dancing or like
Oh, okay.
super like not necessarily break dancing where they're spinning around and doing all this like hippity hoppity stuff,
Yeah.
but like just super cool like things that like, oh wow, I didn't even know the human body can even go that far. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, there's like dances that I've done on my TikTok, but I honestly like it's the easiest ones.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, I have rhythm, but when it comes to like doing certain moves and stuff, like I look dumb. So, I'm like, yeah, and I'm not gonna do that one.
Like,
Yeah. But yeah.
well, yeah, like I was saying, what is some content that you watch off of your like lane of TikTok? Do you like the dancing videos too, or what do you watch?
I mostly watch like I guess inspirational videos too. Like it's not just like humor or comedy. It's like I look for more like financial TikToks,
Like
spiritual
entrepreneur?
Huh?
Like entrepreneur TikToks? Or-
Like how to save money,
Oh,
things
okay,
like
got
that.
you.
Like I guess like how to be better with money,
Okay.
investments, things like, because I'm starting to learn how to invest money.
Got you.
So I look for TikToks like that. I look for spiritual, obviously like when you're feeling down in the dumps, like, you know, there's certain videos that like, you know, like when you go to church,
That are
like,
uplifting, yeah.
yeah, there it's like meant for you. And I usually look for videos like that.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Actually, our co-producer here, director, he loves to watch like the motivational workout ones. That gets him
Really?
going. Like he'll before
Yeah.
we're on our way to the gym and he's like just lasered on into like
Yeah.
these workout stuff. And it's crazy. It's kind of like music because music's very powerful. And it's crazy what a
It is.
video can do for you. Like if you're feeling down, like you said, you can watch an uplifting video. If you're in need of something spiritual, like I recently picked up on a podcast. Amen Church Live is what it's called, guys. It's on Spotify and YouTube. I highly recommend it, especially if you're trying to get into touch with your spiritual life. They offer some great stuff on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
I'll show you after. He's amazing. He does it with his wife, and it's just like wow, really eye opening. For me personally, I like to watch motivationals too. A lot of entrepreneur stuff because even though I don't see myself like that, I have an entrepreneur mindset.
Yeah.
I just love how much grit they have. Like their ambition to succeed is just like at another level. They're kind of like athletes, but for financial reasons. Like I love to
Yes.
see that.
And see, like I was into those too because I guess there was a moment in my life or whatever that I was into the entrepreneur life. Like I started selling life insurance. So like
That's crazy because
yeah.
remember I told you on this before the show. We had an entrepreneur, which by the way, guys, you all did not see because the recording messed up twice. Yeah, it sucked really bad. We're gonna have him on next week though, so y'all look forward to that. He sells life insurance
Really?
for I forgot the company name, but he'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like I tried it just to like say like, oh, at least I made an effort, but no, it wasn't for me. Like
Yeah, well, you can't do that. That's the thing. Like, you can't be half in on that. Like, you
yeah,
have to
that's what I learned. I learned the hard way.
all in or all out. Like, that's what I learned too. Is because did you ever fall into like the pyramid scheme stuff?
Yeah, I guess.
I did. I mean, I did that in high school. Like, where like, oh, if you get this many people, you'll start earning this amount of money, whatever, whatever. I did it for like 2 months, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not passionate about this. Like,
Yeah.
this is not something that I'm gonna find myself like fully committed to. And like I was speaking to the entrepreneur that we had him that day, is like, I'm not too infatuated with money. Like that's not my goal in life. My goal in life is not to die with $10 million in my bank account. It really
Yeah.
isn't. My goal is to leave a footprint on this earth and for people to remember me for the person that I am. And hopefully I can, in the time that I do live on this earth, I can impact somebody in a very positive way.
Yeah.
I'd much rather help one person out in this world than to die with, again, $10 million on my grave. Like, for what?
Yeah. Honestly, money comes and goes. Like I know in some cases, yes, money is important,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's not life, you know?
Yeah, I 100% agree with it. But I also do agree with like people like that are entrepreneurs that are hungry for money because everybody has their motivations. Like everybody. So I used to be a trainer. I don't know if you knew that. So I used to be a trainer, and I always told people that a lot of people are going to tell you that you have to do this for yourself. That the
Yeah.
only way that you're going to push through is that if you do it for yourself. But that's not always the case. Because if you're a mother, right, and you want to live a long life for your child, that's a huge motivation to a mother,
Yeah.
right? If you're a father and you want to be able to play football, baseball, whatever with your son as they're growing up, that's going to motivate a father. So you have to find your own motivation, your own motives. And so for some people, it's like, well, I want to look good for other women. And some girls, it's like, well, I want to look good for a guy. And some people, they want to find better financial opportunities because there are studies done that's showing that if you take care of your body better and you go to an interview, people are more likely to, grab onto you. So
Yeah.
so there's a bunch of different motives, and so that's why I don't disagree with entrepreneurs. That's just not for me. I always say that's not for me. I respect what you do and I adore what you do, but that's just I'm not into that.
That's what I learned too because like even with when I got told about, becoming a life insurance agent. You make this amount of money. You make more than a teacher, and it's like, like they tell you all this stuff, and in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, no, I'm still not into it, or like you don't
Yeah.
see yourself doing it.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to finally be like, you know what? Okay, I'll do it. And I guess like what really motivated me, like you said, like, being a mom, my daughter is my motivation, honestly. Like, I want to give her the best. So I was like, okay, well, obviously, like I have a full-time job, yes, but like, if you have a chance to make more money, then why not?
Yeah.
So, especially like me, like at the time I had recently gotten divorced. So, being a single mom, I was like, okay, like,
Which is already tough as is.
yes, it really is. But I guess like in my head, I'm like, you know what? Like I got to do something. Like, my daughter's looking up to me.
Yeah.
So, I took the chance, but like, how I said, it's not for everybody.
It's not. It definitely isn't. It takes a certain type of mindset in order to go into something like that.
And it all goes back to like, not being like putting yourself out there, like social media wise. Like, I don't know how to promote myself. I don't know how to be like, oh, hey.
Yeah, speaking is a big part of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it is.
Learning your audience, learning what's gonna grab them, and all that. So what really really caught my attention in the entrepreneurship early on as a high schooler was the freedom. So not really the money, because if people were telling me you can have these nice cars, you can have this nice house at this age, you can retire.
Yeah.
What really got me was like, oh, you can retire at this age, and you're gonna have a very flexible schedule, so you can do whatever you want. Yeah, it's all in your own time.
Yeah.
When in reality, it really isn't, because you do have to schedule yourself, according to other people. Still, you still have to like do little seminars. You still, in reality, you're still serving people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's the only way you're gonna make money. People say like, oh, I'm doing my own thing. So the person that we're gonna have on the next show, he owns a CrossFit gym, and he says like, I really just I didn't like serving people anymore. So something I'm gonna talk to him about is like, well, you technically still have to serve people, because if you set a class at 7:00, guess what? Whether you like it or not, if you want to be successful, you have to be there at 7:00. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't too interested in that.
So how long were you a personal trainer?
Well, not personal. It was a class.
Class. Oh.
Yeah, so it was a little class, and I would say for about half a year only. Yeah, and I started it with my buddy who I'm competing with next month in a CrossFit competition, and him and we always had this dream to make a living off of fitness, because that is something that we're both passionate about. One random day we finished working out, went to a park in going towards BI, and we just, I don't know, we just had like this moment where like we're just like, dude, like what if we can take what we're passionate about, working out, and make it into our living? Like what if we can do that, right? And that night we're just like, let's start a class, because I had already had people, because I don't know if you knew this, I had lost 70 pounds, and like I changed my life drastically.
Nice.
Yeah, March 18th.
Congrats.
Thank you. I will never forget the date. March 18th, 2015 is the day I decided to change my life mentally, physically, and spiritually.
That's crazy. I remember my day too, when I made a life change.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really, like, I put it up on the board, and I was like, man, like this is the day. That's it. Like I'm tired of living the life that I was living. So I found that through fitness. Like that was really like, it inspired me, like self-inspiration, that through fitness. And so we had that talk that night. It was like, you know what, let's do it. Let's just go for it, all in. Well, and one of my favorite quotes, which is, it's up there, accomplish what you can where you're at right now with exactly what you have. It has really inspired me to do the things that I've done and everything in my life. So I was like, we don't have this, and we don't have this. Who cares? Let's do it. Yeah. So we started doing it, and it was great. Like we found success in it. We had not like a crazy amount of people, but I would say we peaked at 15 people coming in, and making decent amount of money on the side of, like, I was an assistant manager making decent money, and this as a passion, which I wasn't really in it for the money. It was just like, well, if I can make a living off this, perfect. It's my passion. You know what I mean? But just like you said, you had a rough patch. how I came off of that was also through a rough patch of mine where I had to find myself mentally.
Really?
And through that, we had to take a fall on the class. I couldn't do it. I couldn't hold myself. I was a full-time student. I was an assistant manager, and I was doing the personal classes. In reality, I honestly really wish I should have quit my job and then continued the personal classes, but I just wasn't thinking straight at the time. So yeah, mental health is huge.
It is.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that next week as well. We're supposed to talk about it today, but unfortunately, my co-host, he had to be out, which which is unfortunate. But he had some stuff to take care of. But we were gonna talk about mental health and anxiety. But mental health is huge. It's crazy how like if you're going through a rough time, it can literally you can even get sick from it.
You can, and it's very hard to recover when you've dealt with it for years. Because I'm telling you, like when I say rough patch, it's a rough patch.
Yeah,
it really
sure.
was. So it took a toll on me mentally, emotionally, you name it. It took a toll on me. So I guess that's another reason too why. Because I mean, I was in a relationship, and he really really encouraged me that mental health is important, and I was just like yeah it is, but in reality you really do.
Huge.
And I guess like it wasn't until this recent rough patch that I was like, you know what, he's right. I have to really just try to find myself.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so what I learned, because I've been through a couple of rough patches, which everybody has, right? But it's weird because when you're in it, you can't even think straight. You can't even see straight. But once you're out of it and you look back in, it's like, it really wasn't that bad. But in it, it's like you feel like the world is crumbling around you.
Oh,
it is crazy, right?
Yeah,
it's
really
crazy.
is.
And it's also crazy because somebody else is going through something where they feel like that, and you're looking at it from the outside in. You're like it's not that bad. You have people around you that love you, and like everybody cares about
That's
you,
true.
but you don't feel that way.
Yes,
You don't feel that way.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah, it's tough. Mental health, guys, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're resting, and just getting the proper, whatever your thing is, to just really unwind, find it, and really tune into it.
Mm-hmm.
Find peace within yourself, because there's also another. He's like a guru on YouTube. He talks about how you truly can go for anything that you want in life the best when you're at peace with yourself. Like, is when your mental health is at the highest. That's when you're really gonna find success.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to find the peace within myself, know my worth, everything.
Yeah. Well, I believe you can do it.
Thank you.
I want to see you come back to TikTok.
Yeah. And I honestly, TikTok was kind of like my, how people, I don't know if I should like talk about this, but like, how people find ways to cope with whatever they're dealing with, like depression or whatever, like they find their coping mechanism. TikTok was it. Like whenever like I was feeling down or whatever, I'm just be like, you know what? I'm going to listen to music, and what better way to listen to music than to, share it with other people. So I would like, see all these don't react challenges, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I guess that would be like my way of getting my mind off of whatever I was, thinking. And then once I was like in front of the camera, dancing, singing, whatever, it made me feel good.
Yeah.
It made me forget about everything. And then also like, there's other ways too, like working out, things like that. But people have their own like personal ways to make themselves happy. And TikTok was one of them. So that's why I will be back. I promise.
We need you back because you make great content. I enjoy your content.
Thank you.
And I do want to see you make a comeback because you got something going on for you. You really do.
Yeah.
And just like you believe in me, I believe in you. We believe in you. So
thank you.
But do you have anything else?
No.
No? That's all. All right, guys. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you, Veronica, for hopping on the show.
Me on your podcast. I never would have pictured myself being on a podcast.
And you did great for being on the camera. I know you were nervous in the beginning, but
like my cheeks are hot in the beginning, but now they're
you did awesome. And thank you so much for your time. And we need to see you back on TikTok. Guys, her TikTok is going to be in the description. So make sure y'all go check it out. Also, go check out my TikTok. It is also going to be in the description.
Follow the Common Podcast too.
So follow both of our TikToks in the description. And that's all. Make sure you like and subscribe. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.